warning is these are old meta and old balance. These do not represent the current meta and the current balance. I return subtly. We're playing on the wrong map. Hello, hello, hello. Wrong map, wrong map, wrong map. These moons will collide. Better pick the right one then. They should just about be okay actually, because there's one that's elliptical. I mean, they don't all follow the exact same orbit, so one would imagine that they would collide, and in fact, yes, they will. But after a long time, so we should be clear. We got the iron ball. We've got Mon 2. Mon 1. And Mon 0. This is going to be tricky. Okay. Boop. What we'll do... Oh, blimey. Here we go. What we'll do is we'll have... that sat there. We've got a 1v1 on Moon 3. So we'll pop that in there. Where else have we got? Ah, we've got a Mon 1v1 on Mon 2. That makes it so much easier. Cool. That's actually alright. So, in the finals of Nimzo's 2v2... we've got a multi-planet game between two teams. Red team, we've got Senescence and Gregors. Going bots first on this one, and bot first on the other. Probably going into air second? No! No air. No air. Oh, there's a bit of air. There we go. Struggling to see the little white outlines. And in Team Orange... Dirty Apples and Killer Pumpkin. Bot and air. Going into bot and air. Into bot and air. Bot and air. Bot air, bot air, bot air, bot air, bot air. Meanwhile, the other team have, if I remember, a vehicle factory mixed in, which throws a spanner into the works. So over these two maps, identical, metal splattered all over the place. Look at that, that's what players will want to go for. This is most curious. What? How does this work? I'm pole locked and I'm confused. Has everything just been shifted on its axis? I think it must have been. Everything's just been shifted on its axis. This is so peculiar. I don't get it. But all the same, Team Orange moving in with a bomber here. Seeing if they can pick off a Fabber, but they're inside the base at the moment as a group of 3. Team Orange down here with this commander. 2 groups of 2 fabricators. Need to protect the ones on the south from the scout in the red team here. Watch out for that. Let's have a look around here though for the other one. Another bomber. Having a look at a bomber. Seeing a bomber. 2 bombers say hi. Bomber goes around the back. Sees. Oh, I'm gonna bomb you. Oh wait, you're flying. I can't. How to defeat Bomber Micro early game. Just use air fabs. Oh, it got through! One goes down. Hide my social bar. Thank you, Quitch. It's not the end of the game. This airfab is still alive and Team Red have not been dealing with it. Team Orange getting a snipe. No! They didn't quite, but the Docks could potentially... Oh, they pick off one. It's not as good as picking off two, but still. It's not the best thing to lose Fab's early game, of course. As we all know. Now. Ooh. There we go. Players are basically two 1v1s, as is evident. Which means that T2 timings will still be the same. Reason being, because the commanders have spawned on different planets, that means they are essentially both expanding at the same rate as you would normally. And so you can imagine that their ecos should be able to handle that amount of T2 going up. Although, at the same time, you could be like, oh, actually, you know what? Maybe not. I'll just have one player focusing on defense and T2. As we used to see in a couple of old 2v2 maps where the spawns on the multi-planets weren't identical. That makes it a much more interesting multi-planet game. Because then you actually have tactics involved rather than just two 1v1s that I have to cast separately. Thank you, Nimzo. That's the same planet. There we go. That's better. There we go. T2 bots coming up for Team Orange. Over here. T2 bots further up for Red. Much further along on that factory build. We can see T2 bots, I think. Did I just see a T2 bot factory going up for Orange on this one? No, I didn't. But I did for Red. Well, I didn't, but I do now. So I'm saying I did. Casters are, of course, never wrong. Bombers going around, blatting out those groups of docks, which is quite good. Defending from the potential raids from behind, which is always good. Having the ability to micro bombers like this is really, really potent. And indicative of much higher skilled games. Being able to think about where you need to defend from, particularly on maps like this, where there is basically no geographical advantage whatsoever. You really got to be on your toes for raiding. Which commander is this one? Is this Gregor's or Sinnoh? Who likes to use this this cannon commander? A lot of vehicle fabs there. Are we maybe going to see T2 vehicles as a follow-up? It's possible. T2 bots there. So T2, on the whole, much faster for Team Red than it was for Team Orange. There you got your Theta commander. Loads of Faber entourage there. Struggling for power, so building the T1 power rather than T2. Much quicker way of fixing your economy. So Nick confirms in chat what we're seeing is Greg versus Kiwi and Sinnoh versus Apples. So right here we've got Gregor's versus Kiwi. Overall, Red doing pretty fine. Over on this planet here, we've got some slammers pushing in just a smidge. There. And that, if they can hold off this T2 factory, is going to be pretty potent. But the bombers coming in there. A lack of anti-air for the red player on this planet. This will be Sinnoh. And this will be Apples. Really good micro of the air. Still a lack of expansion around the place. It's still using air fabs though. That's a good good use of time. And Sinnoh here plopping down these vehicles in this whole area. I like that strat. Bombers going in, having a look, seeing what they can do, and actually taking the opportunity here. Oh, take out a spinner before it's built, and the vehicle factory with it. None of these players are using spinners. This is mighty troubling. There you go, and those vehicles that were stationed around there. The air fabs are gone up north, but they can go back there and expand around there now. Both teams, orange and red, doing very well at expanding. Ecos still even Stevens. Still no orbital plays either. And the T2 vehicles there coming out for orange as well as T2 bots. Vehicles pushing in from the back. They should be able to be defended before they do too much damage. There's a lot of potential going into the next part of this game. Red, though, need to be bolstering their T2 efforts on all planets there. Pushing in on this one. Still without spinners. Still without anti-air. Come on. Sort it out. Get some spinners. You've got vehicle factories. Build some spinners. Meanwhile, let's have a look around. Air control and dominance to orange on Mon 2. Mon 1 is much the same in the scenario as it stands. You can see an exploring picture there. Red desperately trying to raid on both planets, but orange does have quite a strong overall position here, particularly with this wall defense. Now that will be very good when defending against red pushing in, especially with the ghillies there as well. Team Orange starting to pull away with the eco there, raiding red a little bit too. Still unable to build spinners. Team Red, you got a couple in your main force now, but come on. Defend your expansions. It is a must. This vehicle factory here, look at this ratio. Zilcho to Spino means your factory be deado. Also, look at those other planets in the background there. You know, just saying, that's a lot of extra metal. If you can manage to micro 2 planets at once, that is. It is difficult, let me tell you that much. Well, it takes a lot of practice. This orange base down here. Managing to defend itself a little bit while doing all the raiding. So it's really potent in the raiding and just about holding off on the defense there. Red needs to start thinking about consolidating their army on this planet. Let's slip over to the other one again here as we see these vehicles. And bot forces squaring up for a nice fight. Raiding still a thing. That is good to see from red. And spinners too. Look at that. They are focused down. They're still alive. There you see spinners do wonders. They do wonders. Uh-oh. That's a problem. We've got sniper bots and shellers on the back lines for orange. Nout on that front for red. We do have a spinner in there, ×2. The snipers and shellers now in range, and that army is gobbled. Absolutely gobbled. Levelers there too, and that is potentially red done for on this planet. I suspect teleporters will be rushing up very, very soon indeed. If not, commanders just be saying, actually, you know what? I'll go out fighting. Oof. And that's this base gone. Where's this guy going? What? Where's this lot going? Or is it... Oh, maybe that lot is thinking, maybe I could get a sneaky comp pick. It's possible, I suppose. But this commander's gone. All of this eco is gone. The T2 capability of this planet is gone. And Team Red are gone from here. That's... I kind of want to monitor that army, but it is going to run into vision at some point. Because the other problem here now is that this commander, on this base rather, for orange, can build a teleporter and send everything to the other planets. So now the remaining red commander has 2 bases worth, 2 planets worth of armies rather to deal with, but this is good. Com bomb it away. That's better than nothing. Oh. Let's watch that. Meanwhile, over here, we've got orbital. Looks like this red commander is total 2. Trying to get away. I'm not entirely sure that this is a useful strat. That Astreus is never going to fly. It's gone. It's not even going to try and pick anything up. Come on, orbital fab! You're too slow! You're too slow! This commander here, look at those fabs! Fabber spams, keeping the comm alive, use your Uber cannon! Against the slammers, he's gone, and that's game. GG, Team Orange, Dirty Apples, and Killer Kiwi are victorious in this 2v2. Against Innocence and Gregors, the hot dog team have been thoroughly chewed up. GG. I bet Innocence is a little less eager to have that interview right now, eh? Game. Good game.